Welcome to Employment Law This Week. I'm George Whipple. New laws in California are changing the workplace in the state, with looming deadlines for employers to meet. What happens in California tends not to stay in California, so employers everywhere should keep watch. Epstein Becker Green's David Jacobs is here with a rundown of some new California laws, starting with additions to the Business and Professions Code Section 16600. That law says that any contract restraining a person from engaging in a lawful profession, trade, or business of any kind is void.
New law 16600.5 updates the law in three important ways. First, it broadens the current law to include contracts regardless of when or where they were signed. This means that if an employee worked or resided outside of California and subsequently obtains employment in California, any prior non-compete will not be enforceable in California. Second, the new law makes it unlawful for employers, current and former, to attempt to enforce a non-compete regardless of where the agreement was signed. Third, the new law makes it unlawful for an employer to enter into a non-compete with an employee, prospective employee, or attempt to enforce such an agreement, and entitles employees to actual damages and attorney's fees if they prevail.
That law goes into effect January 1st, 2024. Another new section, 16600.1, requires employers to provide notice to employees that their previous non-compete are void.
That law is equally important. That law makes it unlawful to include non-compete language in an employment agreement, broadens the law to include those affected by the non-compete, even if they are not signatories to the agreement, and obligates employers with California workers to notify all such employees who are or were employed by the employer as of January 1, 2022, and who are subject to any agreement or part of an agreement that could constitute such a non-compete, that such clause is void.
That notice must be individualized, in writing, and delivered to the employee's last known physical and email addresses by February 14th, 2024. Epstein Becker Green's Chelsea Hadaway tells us about a few of the other new laws in California.
Starting January 1st, 2024, employers cannot discriminate against applicants or employees for use of cannabis outside of work hours and outside of work premises. Employers should carefully review their use of drug screens and preconditions to employment. Employers might also want to consider eliminating this drug test, except for positions that involve safety. Starting January 1st of 2024, employees will be eligible to receive additional protected time off. The California legislature also passed two significant pieces of legislation setting forth new minimum wage laws. For the healthcare sector, this takes effect starting June 1st, 2024.
And for fast food workers at national chains, the minimum wage will increase to $20 per hour beginning April 1st, 2024. Thanks, Chelsea and David, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.